Hey folks, today I would like to show you the issue with Mercedes E Class. This is 2010 220 diesel blue efficiency with a OM651 engine, pretty much a standard engine that can be found on many Mercedes, even a Sprinter has one. The issue I would have talked about is the water leak. Now, when you have a water leak in your car, most of people saying it's the water pump that is located in this area, but in my case it wasn't water pump. It's actually this part that is holding your fuel filter. Now this part, it's not a question if it's gonna leak, it's a question when. Fortunately Mercedes has two issues with this part that I'll try to show you what's the main reason behind it and also how to fix it. Now the main issue is, unfortunately, first of all, is the way it is built. Now you can see that the part has basically two bolts on this side and other two bolts on the other two sides. However, you're literally inserting a fuel filter on it, so that creates a bit of weight and pressure on the side. Now my car has now 10 years and 120,000 miles. The leak started to appear when the car was 8 years old and about 90,000 miles. So it's not very well built, unfortunately. Mercedes, just the two bolts is just not enough to hold enough that vibration and pressure. The second one I would say is the main issue and the main problem is the quality of the plastic. Now if you look into it, let me just bring it closer. Right up here you can see the seal. Now the seal is actually held in another tiny plastic that goes around, and basically 70% of that is missing. So this plastic is here and the rest is gone. So literally the water and coolant has eaten that plastic away. So the quality cannot be good. So you're probably asking, so where's the plastic gone? Well, I assume it's somewhere down in the radiator, stuck up there, but doesn't create any issues. And you can see the bits and pieces that are literally missing and falling off from that part. Now what Mercedes done, when you're trying to fix it, obviously you're just thinking, okay, so initially when I opened this up, this part was still in it, so I thought, let's buy just a seal. Now when you go to the Mercedes dealership, there is no option for you just to buy the seal. You need to buy an entire brand new part, which looks this way. Here's a part number. You open it up. It looks similar, but it's not. The main difference is that the new part has one extra bolt comparing to the old part. However, in your engine there is no extra hole to put the bolt in. So that's, I don't know, maybe the new engines have that bolt already. The Mercedes already issued that. They found out that there's a problem and they probably just have that extra bolt over here on the top, but my engine doesn't have that. So what I actually done in the past, I replaced this part and it was leaking again, surprisingly. So what I done then, I actually used my old part and use a silicone. But it's not silicone as a silicone. I use this one from Loctite, and the reason why exactly this one is because it's excellent coolant resistance. So the coolant will not damage, or the chemicals in the water coolant will not damage your silicone. So if you place anything else up there, most likely that will be eaten away by those chemicals and could be literally gone. So this is what I was using, and it was there for last 2 years now. It was not leaking. The reason why is now I took it apart was actually I was changing seal on the intake, main intake, so that was the main reason. But when I took this off, I noticed that more plastic from the original part is gone. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna literally use that newer version of this part, but still I'm gonna apply the silicone because when I used that before, I knew I had a leak, and it's just a bit of a pain to find the leak. Then you need to take all these parts apart, so it's not as easy as it sounds like. When I started doing this, it took me about an hour to take it apart. Now it's just around 20 minutes, because the more you're taking it apart and putting back, you kind of know where's what, and you kind of getting better at it. So hopefully that will be working, and you can see what is the main difference. And fortunately, if you have this type of vehicle or this type of motor, be aware, sooner or later this problem will start. Now also you will be asking, why would you add a silicone on a brand new part when it's probably not needed? That's the way it's supposed to be designed. Well, the original part was designed to last, but as I explained, didn't work very well. Also, there is a slight difference with the new part. So here's the old part, here's the new part. The old part has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holding points. So 5 bolts. New part, 1, 2, 3, 4. But bear in mind, as I explained, there is no hole for you to put that extra bolt. So you literally have a 3 holding points instead of 5 now. So that's why I'm adding that silicone just around to make sure it will not leak. Because I explained before, when I installed this part without the silicone, it was leaking.